Cancel.
Schweezy.
I exclusively attract very odd men. I know that sounds rude, but I really don't know what else to say. I don't mean odd as in conventionally unattractive and nerdy or anything like that. These guys tend to be genuinely strange. I'll describe just a few examples below. A guy I knew in high school. We'd never really spoken, but he started following me around to the point that everyone at school knew about it and gossiped about it. He was pretty strange. He rarely showered, and from the little interaction I had with him, I noticed that he always spoke in the third person. He ended up showing up at my house, even though I never invited him over or even given him my address. A guy in college, he also started following me around. At the time, he was recently released from a psychiatric facility. I think he was there for 6 months to a year. He told me that he was into pickup artistry, and he started negging me. For example, he called me fat. I was around 110 pounds at the time. I don't even know what size 110 pounds could be fat. Maybe if you're like a little person, and I did say little person, I didn't say the other one. 110 pounds. He also ended up showing up at my house, even though I never invited him or gave him my address. A guy I recently met, he didn't seem too bad at first, but I found one of his social media accounts and he posts to a lot of incel pages. He doesn't think women should vote and he seems to send out death and rape threats a lot. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. I am a little shy, but I don't think I'm weird. People have told me that I'm attractive, but I'm probably roughly average. I also want to reiterate that I'm not trying to be rude or snobby. I'm just honestly a little freaked out by the people I'm attracting. Has anyone else had experiences like this? What should I do? Okay, so I want to go okay, so when I initially saw this topic, I'm like, I have the answer to this. I exclusively attract very odd men. I'm like, well, I'm going to imagine that you're probably a really nice person. And don't change that. Don't change that about you being a nice person. That's not the point of what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is a lot of times with guys, we're just fucking lonely. And any source of when you're at this weird point and any sort of female attention just raises your life up and you're like, I gotta chase this feeling and it's with you. That would be what I said from just reading the title. Now, going on here, you've mentioned two men who follow you and have been to your house. And Aziz Ansari had a stand-up special, and he mentioned this. He's like, "Oh, you follow a woman around throughout her entire day. Eventually, she gets to her house, and you say, you know what? I like your persistency. Come on in." Like, that's never happened. So I don't know. We need to make a public statement to all the men out there that stalking a woman is not attractive. I don't even think the attractive ones, if they do that, I don't think they're interested in it either. I feel like that's just that may be a fact that stalking people, no matter how good looking you are, is often weird. So yeah, that's a weird guy. And then you said the psychiatric facility, 6 months to a year. He told you he was into pickup artistry. I think the problem is you're talking to these guys. And I think that's the problem with the followers. I think you're talking to them. And in my mind, I'd be like, stop talking to them. But also, you sound like a really nice person, which is like one of those situations where I would be like, I don't think that you should be, necessarily be like losing that good, nice person you are. But at the same time, like we gotta change some things in this situation because it's not looking good for you, buddy. He also so let's go with this. So yeah, pickup artist is like insult her because then she likes you, so he's probably into that. That guy is probably mentally ill, and probably shouldn't just be like, oh, thanks. You should be nice, and then just be like, ugh, but also kind of give off a vibe that it's like you're weird. I think that's gonna be a good thing for you. And then you get to incel guy. Incel guys are weird because if they have sex, they're no longer incels, and they're banished from the incels. And why in my mind do I want incels to be funnier to me, and then they end up not being funny? Also, I will say this: if you want to have sex, but it's a little yin and yang with this. Sometimes you can get women to have sex with you. You just don't always get like a really good one. If you lower your standards a little bit, you can have some time. Okay, you can have a good time. So I think the thing is, don't change how nice you are, but at the same time, you kind of have to figure out what's going to be the best situation for you to not to let them know that don't follow me. That's a good thing too. Just figure out a way to let them know to not follow you, and then they won't. I think that's gonna be your best solution. And then if he's an incel, just stop talking to him, because it's like he's volunteering. At this point, incel is like involuntarily celibate, but I feel like at this point, wouldn't he be voluntarily celibate? A Voltel or whatever. Voltel? Anyways, hey, thank you for checking out that highlight from Cancel Schweezy. Now, I hope your brain cells don't hurt. We got more highlights available now everywhere. We also got more full episodes as well. If you want to watch a full episode of Cancel Schweezy, available now, right here, right now, available now. If you liked everything, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way you get notified when new highlights and episodes come up. And leave a comment, like, and stay awesome.